Hi y'all, it's me. Well, Alease and I, who is Leasy46 here on YouTube, decided to do a swap some time ago. It's taken us a while to get to the finish line, but we made it. Yay! So you're seeing this video because she's received everything, although I'm recording it before I mail it. So I wanted to share with you the things that I've created for her and kind of tell you a little bit about the inspiration for some of them. So I made her a card, and I have told y'all many times I am not the card maker, so this was a struggle. Probably the hardest thing that I made her was this card, but here it is. I'm pretty pleased with it, even though it did take me, sorry, I gotta adjust something back here. Even though it did take me a little while, I'm really pleased with the way it came out. I started off with the Tilda paper, and I sewed on some cheesecloth back here and then the fabric on top of the cheesecloth before I folded this up to make it a pocket. I also added in some trim on the sides. These are wild orchid flowers, and then some from my stash, some velvet leaves. This little angel I got from the internet with the Tilda stuff. It was on one of the things, so I just fussy cut it. Doily. These are Heidi Swap glitter letters. A magnolia butterfly right there from the doohickeys. And then this is a pocket, so I actually added a couple of banners right here and punched the corners out so you could see that there. Then for the card itself on the inside, I decided to use the mason jar die from Diamond Eyes, and I covered it with the paper, the gingham. I cut this out of the fabric and then used some double-sided iron-on stuff to adhere it to this. I used some of the same paper for the pocket here and here just to coordinate it. Some of the cheesecloth I tied on with twine, and this is the bow from Diamond Eyes bow die. So really cute. On the back, I just used solid cardstock, so this is where I can write her a letter. And I hope she loves it, because boy, that was a challenge. I'm not a card maker. Anyway, that's that. And then you're watching this video kind of choppy because it took us a while to get to our swap, and I kept making other things, so I had to keep adding them in and splicing the video and everything. So these were the next things I created, and I was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest, and I decided I wanted to try it. So I wanted to play with felt. I love felt, and I have a lot of it. So I came up and decided to play and make some little ornaments or whatever she wants to do, package ties from felt. And basically I used white felt and the blue felt, and I stuffed them so they're a little puffy. You can tell they're a little bit puffy. I hand sewed them together. That's just a piece of fabric, a bling, a button, felt underneath the button, a little tiny bow, and some pretty eyelet trim from Halud, and an eyelet right there. And then I punched these pink polka dots out of with my crocodile. So, and then tied some twine up in the top there. So that's one. This is the next one. And I used basically the same principle, the two colors of felt and the eyelet and the bows, and this one has little tiny pearls on there. Little flower and gingham fabric down there for the door. This is the last one, and this one is a mint green color with bling and button. Same thing, same concept, and again hand sewn and stuffed. So they're pretty cute. I loved making them. They were so relaxing and fun. And then I wanted to keep playing with felt, so I made one more thing for Alease that I think she'll like, since she has this thing for chickens or roosters or whatever. I think roosters. And so I saw this on Pinterest as well, and I decided to make my own. I didn't have a pattern, so I kind of saw what they did and put it together myself. But it's basically all made out of hearts. The wings are a heart, you can see there. I hand stitched those on. And then the body is a heart, so I stitched and stuffed that as well. And the tail is comprised of hearts. And then I added some millinery flowers, some pretty gingham ribbon, and then this is made out of hearts up here. This part is also a heart, but it's folded, so you have to kind of see it that way. And then this is a heart as well, but it's the tip of the heart. It's this part down here. So that's that. So it's all made out of hearts. I'm going to put a bling for the eye, and I made it double-sided so she can hang it wherever she wants to hang it. But I thought it was so stinking cute. So now I'll show you the rest of the stuff as the video continues. So let me start off with this. I'd gotten these at Michael's some time ago, and I thought they were really cute. I haven't used them, but I do like them. So I thought, you know, I could create something similar. So what I did was I took some chipboard and I cut strips, and I cut some of the ends with some scallop scissors just to give them a little bit of decorative edge. I took some scrap paper that I had and I folded it over the edges and just stamped some words on it. And I thought these were super cute. She could use them for tying on packages or whatever. I just wanted to add some little extra handmade goodies in there for her. So this was one of the items that I came up with. I'll call them word sticks, I guess. The next thing I created, these were actually inspired from what did I say? Pinterest. And I went ahead and created these little banners for her. And basically all they are is you take a paper clip and you fold over some paper and then you embellish them, and you can just slide these on your paper here, you know, to decorate your cards or whatever you want to decorate. So I thought these were really cute. So I made her that one. And this one here, really cute. This one here, I used the girls' papery paper and a little charm and some little roses and trim. Really cute. This one here, I just added a little bling and some trim at the bottom. You basically just staple them, by the way, into place to hold it from moving around too much. So I used my Tim Holtz stapler for that. And this is the last one of these, and it's her initial on top of a little crocheted flower. These are buttons I got long ago at Joann's, long ago. And that's a little teapot there. So I thought those were pretty cute, little extra something something to give her. And then a while back, quite a while back, Tattered Angels came out with these frames, and I haven't used very many of them. I have a couple package of them, so I figured, well, I better start to use some of the stuff that I've stashed away. So I pulled them out, and I saw this idea on Pinterest, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make some of those for her. So what I came up with were some, hold on one moment, I'm sorry. I made some little cork boards using cork paper in the background. I painted and made the flower there, the bow, sorry, added some flowers and little bling and some little pins there if she wants to pin on a little message. And then I made chalkboards, so I did the same thing using the chalkboard paper and decorated that as well. So I made those two there, and I made these two here with those frames. Super cute. And they make just a nice little embellishment to put on your projects, so thought they were really cute. So made her those. The next thing I created was I had gotten a stack of these at a thrift store, these molds for little bundt jellos or bundt cakes, or I'm not sure what they're for. And I decided to make a hanging ornament for her, and this is what I've created. And I think it came out super, super cute. I first punched a hole and I added my seam binding. I used my Crocodile. I glittered the entire inside of this with that Recollections glitter that we got, the glass glitter. I think it's so beautiful. I added cutouts from Tilda paper, and she came from the Tilda paper. And I kind of have her sitting on the part of the bundt cake that comes up. She's glued to that, and then I bent her legs so it looked like she was sitting with her legs crossed. Added some flowers that I glittered and made pretty with some nice velvet leaves. And here as well. And then I made a little charm at the bottom. I figured she could hang this in her room. It's just a cute little something something. So I made that for her. The next item I created for her, and I've only made two others, this is being the third one that I've created, I decided to create her a camera. and I haven't made one in a while, so it was actually fun. I forgot how fun they were to make. I have a tutorial on my channel for this if you are interested in seeing them. These were made from balsa boxes from Michael's, and I still have a couple in my stash, thank goodness. So basically what I did was I created the camera. I covered the lens with some pretty trim and her favorite paper, which is the Country Escape Tilda paper. These are from D, and this trim is from D as well for the handle. It's so lovely, just lovely. I added this flat back pearled trim stuff that I have on the top and bottom here. And then as you turn it, I've added a button there for the closure, and I continued around with the same on this side. In the center there, this was cut from one of the paper collections, and it's actually a plate, and I just fussy cut it to make it visible to see through as the lens, where I put a miniature Tilda in there that I got from the internet, and some flowers that I glittered as well are in there. Really cute. So the top here has pearls and other things, the little clicker and the viewfinder, really cute. And then on the back where the button was, it's an opening, and I had these little Polaroid or Instagram frames. I'm not sure, I got them at Michael's on clearance, and I decided just to frame a few of the Tilda pictures for her. I thought it was kind of fitting since this is a camera. So I just added little flowers. I couldn't over embellish them because you know, they have to fit on the inside of that opening there. So they just tuck away really nicely, and I have Velcro there, and I also painted the inside to make it finished. I like it, the look of finished. So that's her next thing I've made for her, and I hope she loves that too. And then finally, the last item I created for her. I was inspired when I got these folios of Tim Holtz. You know, they open up and you can put stuff on them and whatever. And I knew I wanted to make one for her, but I didn't want craft. So I had to start from scratch and make my own because I wanted it to be pink. So I did, and here's what I came up with. I think it came out so stinking cute. I'm so in love with this. I had such a great time making it. I basically sort of went off the measurements of that Tim Holtz one and then kind of went on my own after a while. I started by edging it with pom-pom trim, some beautiful bling, some flat back pearls, fussy cut some of the roses from the paper. Again, this is the Country Escape paper because that's her favorite collection. I have a metal piece here that I painted white. I used some of these dewdrops in the background, just scattered all over the place. This bird cage is from Alease. It's a sticker set I had for a long time, and I finally broke down and opened it. So I added that there. I got her from the internet, and I fussy cut her, popped her up on some little foam adhesive so she's lifted up a little bit. I have a beautiful flower cluster there, and I'll bring this up just a little bit. And I glittered all the flowers and the extra stuff, and I have velvet leaves in there, and I use one of those words, and I put some bling all the way around it so it'd be pretty all the way around. Over here I got this from Gloria, who's Crafty Cakes 07. She gifted me with 3 of them, and I decided that I would use one for this project here. I had a charm which was a crown, and I added bling to it. This is another cutout, and just some bling and another cutout here. So it's very elegant and pretty and simple, and it's a folio, so I didn't want to overdo too much, and same with the inside because as you can see it has to fold nicely. I added some fabric here just to give extra stability, and on the back these are what's used to close it, and I'll show you how that works when I'm done. So when you open this up here, as you can see, there's a couple of pockets that I've made, and this one has a couple of tags in it, if I can get them out. Just a couple of tags that I figured she could write on or add photos to or whatever she wants to do. I made sure to leave edges of all the cutouts lifted so she could stick something underneath them. Another pocket down here with another tag in it. These are from Anna Griffin Punch that I have. It punches miniature tabs, which I love, love, love. That was a gift, and I'm so grateful to have it. The pocket here, I used, I scalloped the edge, and then I added this bicycle die cut. I have a die that cuts this out, and millinery flowers in the basket and little beads there in the center. And this pretty velvet centered trim. It's gorgeous. I love that stuff. So that's that side. Over here, you can see there isn't much because I wanted to leave this flat so that when she adds, she has more room for her own stuff in here. So when you open it up, let me make sure I'm all in frame here. There's the next part, and you can see here I have an area where she can slide something under. Same here, and do a little journaling there. Over here, I have these flaps, and each one is magnetized to the one below it. And basically, you pull it out like this. It's held in place by a belly band, as you can see there. And then I did some stamping on them and a place for a photo. And she can also put a photo on the front if she chooses. And each one of these is different. And I stamped on each one of them. And there's the last one. And then they just slide right back down in there. And they, let's see if I can do this right. Oh yeah, this one goes next. They have it go in a certain order because of the way the magnets are positioned. So this one, it magnets to this one, and then this one magnets to the one below it. And so it goes like that. That's that part. Now in the center, I'm going to try my best to show you this top very easily. Here's a place where there's a pocket, and I have two little tags up there for her to journal in. I hope I'm on camera. My camera's behind me, so I can't really see what I'm doing. Again, I didn't put those down so she could slide photos under, and then that opens up, and she can put photos on either space there. I just put this little button here, and that actually is camouflaging the elastic closure that's in the back. I used the paper here, and this other paper you're seeing is coordinations paper they have at Joann's. I thought it went perfectly with this collection, so I used a few pieces of it here and there. This is a doily that was cut out with one of my dies, border punch here, the plate, and then I circled it with pearls. And this also lifts up so that she can add photo and journaling in there. I'm going to slide this up so I can show you the next part. This one flips down. Hope I can do this without knocking things over. This one has a pocket as well. There's a couple of tags in the back. Oops, sorry, got to grab the tag right there. And then I put a tab down here, and that lifts up. She can also tuck things under here, and this lifts up, and then there's two places for photos here. And then if you pull it down the other way, it also has areas for journaling and photos as well. And then this little section right here, it's held by the other button that's holding the elastic, and I created this little doors that open up, and she can add photos and journaling in there as well. And these doors just tuck right behind that little button to keep it closed. So then when she's all done, she just can fold it back up like this, like this. Then you bring the elastic over and put it down there, and then here, up at the bottom. And that's what keeps it closed. So there you go. That's all of the goodies that I've created for Alease. And I truly had a great time, Alease. Thank you so much for swapping with me. It's been a long time coming. And thank you all for watching. Do what makes you happy. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.